Hello everyone and welcome back to the Super League here in Gavra Racing. Just started quali here and this is round 3. We are in the Netherlands once again around Zandvoort. And yeah, it's gonna be another good race. And as it has been throughout the whole of this week. And yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. We are on air. Yes, we are live now. And I am joined once again by
the usual commentator, CypherKnight77, as per usual. But yeah, so this is round 3, like you said, here at Zandvoort. Very tricky new circuit for these guys, although they would have had plenty of track time already. But maybe you can tell us a bit about this sort of old, but at the same time new track.
Yeah, it's a very high-speed track, a lot of high-speed corners. Obviously, it's one of the only, it is the only track in F1 at the moment to have banked corners. I believe the banking on the final corner is the steepest. I believe it's a 19-degree banking on there, so provides all the F1 cars with a lot of downforce and helps them to get a good run down that start-finish straight with the DRS down into the first corner. And yeah, it's quite a short, quick track here, so the lap times are usually pretty quick around here, so we'll have to see what happens, and yeah, we'll have to see who can put themselves on pole here.
Of course, last week in the series we had the AlphaTauri duo do some really superior work at China. Of course, it didn't exactly completely go all the way to plan, but they still had a win with one of their cars. So, yeah, it'll be very interesting to see if they can take the fight to the Mercedes of Adam Glenn.
Atim actually managed to get round Piero in the final few laps of that race to take second place. Piero in third and his teammate Toussaint getting down in fourth place. So it's looking to be a bit of a title fight between the AlphaTauris and the Mercedes. And we'll have to see what happens throughout the season between those two cars. We've got quite a lot of cars out on track now. And so I'm just trying to find out who's going to be the first. I believe the first person to come across the line and put a lap in will be X90G, who is in today replacing Antelopen here in the Williams. And let's see what time that he can put in here as he comes round that final banked corner, 19-degree banking on there as he comes down now towards the line. He does it 1 minute 10.1 here, almost into the 1 minute 9s, and I can imagine we might see a few drivers get into that time there.
Indeed, obviously with such fast track, a lot of drivers will have the opportunity to set in new laps. Obviously Toussaint, Holland, now going the fastest, only to be pipped by Don Rajiv in the Ferrari. Get a 196. Of course, he is on the soft tires. A few of these guys choosing to make their first laps on mediums. Dan in the Racing Point now going second with a 110 flat, also on the medium tires. Of course, last week more or less everyone opting for a bit of a split strategy, some starting on softs, some on mediums, and you might see a few combinations of the 1 and 2 stop today. I believe this tire wear around here can vary depending on how much you're pushing the rear tires.
Yeah, we'll have to see how the drivers will be fair. We've seen a lot of drivers spinning out actually on the exit of the final corner, just having that so much downforce on that bank corner, coming out of it, just losing the rear because of the the loss of banking on the way out of it. And providing a lot of cars with a bunch of oversteer. We saw a guillotine go off in yesterday's race on the exit of that corner. So we're going to have to see how the drivers will be able to fare. I think someone in the chat asking who the no-name driver is. That is Piero. It's a bit of an annoying glitch at the moment where it does not show the player IDs in the game. But yeah, that is Piero if anyone's wondering. And Atom Grin, it's gone into the 1 minute 8. He's done a 1 minute 8.9, and this man, CypherKnight, he's on fire. He is very, very quick. in this series, and he's looking to win the championship here.
Indeed, he is looking very quick. Of course, still had that small incident at Shanghai last week, so looking to rebound, have a bit more of a cleaner race. Of course, a few people looking for a bit more of a cleaner race today include both of the racing points of Dan and Fetse, who both got caught up in first lap incidents, respectively. But
someone else I think as well, Tim V. Oh, definitely be looking for a cleaner race after he had that little kerfuffle last week with AB Techers. And it got a little bit personal, as we all know from last week in China. But I'm sure these two will be back at it again this week here in Zandvoort. And let's have a look and see who's out on the track at the moment. Play Dutchy last week's race winner in China. It looks like actually I think he just backed out of a lap there. It looks like he's just backed out of his lap. His teammate Piero's on an out lap at the moment. I think Jojo Power's on an in lap, I believe. Yeah, looks like it. So at the moment, looks like we've just got a little bit of a break in the quali here. Quite a few drivers on an out lap or in the pit lane. Atgrin leading at the moment at 1 minute 8.9. Don Rajib in second at 1 minute 9.6. The two Ferraris doing quite well there, getting themselves up into second and third.
Of course, and you know how fast the Ferrari guys are, at least in race pace. Haven't quite shown the qualifying pace of some of the front runners, but maybe they've got the set of fin for this week.
Yeah, let's see if the two Ferrari drivers can bring it home. And let's have a look here. Dan Schneider in 4th place. He'll be looking for a better result this week as well. Thunder down in 10th. He'll be looking to get some points. So his teammate AB Techers. And we'll have to see who is just going to be able to put in a time here. Is Piero. It's coming around on his lap in the AlphaTauri. So we saw him grab the final podium position last week. He's just gone fastest in the middle sector. Let's see what he can do towards the end of this. Toward the end of the track here as he comes around turn 14, I believe that is, round the banked corner of turn 15. Wants to keep it nice on the exit. He's going to come to the line. What time will he do? He's done a 1 minute 9.0. Piero up into second place, and he's about a 10th behind Attengren there in first. Good time from Piero there.
His teammate Dutchy across the line to go 8th on mediums, 110 flat. As
Dutchy in 8th place there. Toussaint out on a lap. He'll be looking to improve as he is actually 2 tenths up at the moment. As he comes round, turns 14 now, round the final corner. Wants to try and hold it nicely. Doesn't want to lose the rear on the exit of this. Tries to keep it nice and tight to the inside of the corner. And he moves up into 5th place. Improves by 4 tenths. A 1 minute 9.9. He's a second off of his teammate at the moment. He'll be wanting to go a little bit quicker. As Dutchy will be wanting to go a little bit quicker as well to try and catch up to his teammate. Tim V on a lap now. Coming to start his lap. Dan Schneider also on a lap there up top. Let's have a look here. Jojo Power on a lap. Thunder is coming towards the end of his lap. I think it might possibly be an in lap or just a warm-up lap because he's going very, very slow. I think now he's starting his lap. So we'll keep an eye on the Thunder on his lap time. Still 2 drivers who haven't put in the time at the moment. Shankster and AB Techers. I'm not sure, Cypher Night, whether we had any penalties this week. I didn't quite check.
Penalties usually carry over for 1 or 2 weekends, so that is entirely possible.
Oh, I think Shankster might have a penalty because he didn't serve it in last week's race. So let me just have a quick look. We're just waiting for a few drivers to come around and do their lap times. You see Jojo Power now coming through that long left-hand hairpin. Doesn't want to get on the curb too much there. He can lose the rear of the car quite easily on that curb. Curbs are very, very treacherous on this track, as you've seen many times before already this week. You see Jojo Power to the line here. What time will he be able to do? Will he improve? Oh, he moves up to 11th. A little bit of an improvement there. So yes, Shanks actually has to serve as LLP2. So that's why I think he hasn't put in a time in at the moment. Let's have a look. Here's Thunder Eye in the final corner. He looked to be on a flying lap. He's gone slower than his time before. So no improvement there for Thunder 50-50. Let's see what Tim V can do. He's just invalidated on that curb. So I was talking about earlier, Cypher this track, curbs are very, very deadly on here. Some of them you get on, you lose the reins. Some of them you can go a bit too far over on them because the curbs are quite large. Sometimes you can invalidate your lap.
Right, that is true. Obviously, strict corner cutting rules are enabled as always, but compared to other tracks, this one doesn't have too much runoff. If you get the tire in the wrong area, you more or less in the grass. There are a few areas where the curbs kind of extend, so a lot of drivers will not have a lot of room to negotiate like they kind of had at Shanghai.
Yeah, so the drivers will have to try and be as careful as they can with the track limits, as X90 just went fastest in the middle sector.
Yeah, they went purple there.
Come around turn 13 into turn 14 now. Round that final banked corner. Wants to get as much speed as he can, stick it close to the inside as he comes to the line. What time will he do? Ooh, 6th place. A 1 minute 9.6 for X90, filling in for Antelopen for this week in the Williams, and he moves himself up into 6th place there.
Also, I see X-Natty is spotting that nice new helmet. It's a very nice design there.
Yeah, I think Natty likes to change up his helmets nearly every single week. So, in all of his different series that he races in, because we know he races in the Weekend League as well as the Premier Series. Here in the Super League as well, he's already done 2 races as a replacement driver. So, let's see how he's going to perform in this race here in the Super League, as he's already raced on this track twice. So, you would say that kind of would give him a slight advantage over the other drivers, but at the moment only in 6th place. Toussaint now, just starting on his lap. IVQD looks like he's going for another lap. Who's coming? Someone's coming to the end of the track here. There's a racing point of, I believe that's Jetsy. Oh no, Jetsy's also on a out lap there. Dutchy on a lap as well. Keep an eye on him, see whether he's be able to improve. Oh, is he just about to say that? He's lost it on the he's got on the grass side for that, and he's completely lost it.
Yeah, you just have to be careful when backing up. There's a few cars coming. Luckily, he gets out of the way.
As we rarely ever see mistakes from Play Dutchy, previous Super League champion, and he's just lost it on the edge of the grass there, spun the car around, pushing the track limits there, and he's got wing damage. He's going to have to come into the pits. He should have enough time, though, to come into the pits and get that wing damage sorted, and then come back out on another lap. Let's have a look here, see if anyone else is able to improve. I think Toussaint may have just improved, because he went ahead of X90 there, sorry. So Mares just starting his lap.
Adam improves, sets an even faster time of 1:08.5.
Adam Grin, he is super quick here on this track. He's just done a 1 minute, as he said, a 1 minute 8.5. Very, very quick. I think he improved by about 4/10 there. Blistering lap from Artem Grin. Will anyone be able to stop him? Let's find out. It's Don Rajib now on a lap as well. So Danchada was just invalidated in the first few corners. Mares now out on a lap. He's a 10th down at the moment. See if Toussaint's improving on his time. No, I believe that's just an in lap from what it looks like. Oh, it is.
Tim is spun in sector 2.
Yeah, he's actually the wrong way around there. He's going to try and turn the car around. Should move out the end. Looks to me moving out the way quite nicely for the Haas coming past. I believe that's Jojo Power on a lap. It is, as he comes down now towards turn 12. Into the hairpin of turn 13. Jojo's actually just gone fastest in the middle sector. This could be a very good time for him here. So he's going to come round the second to last corner, round that final banked corner now. Keeping it tight to the inside, doesn't want to lose it on the exit. To the line now, what will he do? Oh, improves by 2/10 and just gets himself into the top 10.
No improvement from Joe. He's been steadily falling down the table. Play Dutch all the way down to 12th. He's back out there on a new set of tires. Thunder taking an interesting approach, actually using a used set of tires.
Yeah, it is interesting actually from Thunder. I'm not sure why he's doing that, but might just think he can get a little bit more out of the tyres. Looks like a couple of drivers are retiring here because they know they can't put in faster times. So it's Dom Rashid. Looks like he can't go any quicker than that. Jojo Power happy with the 1 minute 9.9 from his car. Let's see if anyone else can improve. Oh, and it just was about to go over to Dan Schneider, but he's also lost it. And I think he's just waiting for his teammate to come round now. Of Jetsy. I believe Jetsy's actually replacing someone. Who's usually in the Racing Point? Gav, could you tell us who Jetsy's replacing in the Racing Point, please?
Yeah, also, just as you said that Thunder invalidated his time, it was actually going to be a little bit faster, might have gotten himself in the top 10 as X-Natty,
Oh, no, it was Joe.
No, Joe.
Yeah, Joe
1
minute 9.6, moves himself up into 6th place. Goes the McLaren driver. His teammate Holland down in 11th. He'll be looking to improve here. Oh, yes. Thank you, Cryptech. So Jetsy's actually replacing It's Jax for this race. Should have known that, to be fair.
I was wondering, because neither of them are the people I'm thinking who got pole last week, right?
Yeah, It's Jax actually got... Yeah, It's Jax got pole in China with I think it was Joe in second, wasn't it? Yeah. So that was the front two last week in China. Let's see who is going to get on the front row here. It's looking like it's going to be Attengren on pole. But can anyone stop him? Piero on an out lap here. Joe, looks like that's going to be an in lap. I'm not sure whether he's going to be able to get back out for another lap time. He might just be going for a cool down lap. Is Holland round the final corner now? Will he be able to improve as he comes up to the line? Oh, and he goes 2 attempts quicker, moves himself up into 9th place, just inside the top 10. Oh, but actually played Dutchie up into 6th place at 1 minute 9.5. 5 tenths off of his teammate. Let's see if anyone else can improve now.
Hetzi, is he going to abandon his time? He is, actually.
He does. Let's see Shankster now. This is going to be his first flying lap of the race. He's got cars retiring now as they're not able to improve. Shankster keeping it clean. He's got the slipstream of the Haas in front. He's going to use that to his advantage as he comes now to the line. What time will he do? And he goes 7th. A 1 minute 9.5 for Shankster after he's finished serving his penalty, and he's now been able to put a time in up into 7th place. He goes to Saint on a lap time. Now the previous Premier Series champion on a lap time at the moment. Will he be able to get any closer to his teammate? At the moment, he's just over a second behind him. He's going to be wanting to improve now. It's X-Natty also down in 10th place. He's going to be looking to improve as well. Everybody here is on flying laps. I believe actually looks like Tim V is actually just lost it. And he's got wing damage, so he's not going to be able to improve. Gets out the way of the Racing Point. So Holland's going to have to stick with 10th.
And abandoned his lap.
Siphonite, would you believe me if I said Attengren's... Would you...
Oh, hard in the wall.
He is, yes. That's bad damage for X-Natty G. But Siphonite, would you believe me if I said Tim, Attengren, has just gone fastest in the first sector and is improving on that time once again?
I believe you, but with X-Natty G, I wonder... Because he's in the top 10 as it stands, and he's going to be starting on the tires that he just spun on.
Ooh.
That could be very detrimental to him.
Piero not being able to improve. Attengren, did he improve? No, he lost time in that final sector. So Attengren not being able to improve. Did get the fastest first sector though on that lap. Mares not being able to improve. Dan Schneider, he looks to be one of the only drivers out on track now. I believe he is the only driver left. I think this might be an in-lap though, it looks like. Maybe. Let's have a look here. He's gone pretty quick still. Let's see if he's able to improve. We come now down towards the penultimate corner, turn 14. Through turn 15 here. Will he be able to improve on his time? It's to the line. No, he's not going to be able to improve. So Dan Schneider will stay in 5th place. But it is once again Attengren on pole with an absolutely astonishing time. I believe he was 5 tenths ahead of 2nd place. He was, yes. almost 5 tenths ahead of second place. But Attengren on pole, Don Rajib in second, Piero in third, Mares in fourth, Dan Schneider in fifth, Playducci down in sixth place, Shankster in seventh, Joe in eighth, Toussaint in ninth, Exnati in 10th, Holland in 11th, MQD in 12th, Jojo Power in 13th, Tim V in 14th, Jetsy in 15th, AB Techers in 16th, Thunder in 17th, and Before You Die will take up the back of the grid there in 18th place.
A bit of a different, much more improved qualifying session from both the Ferraris, putting themselves in the top 5. Of course, it is still Adam on the pole position. MQD, the last time he started outside of the top 10, he was on the podium. So, definitely a lot that could happen.
We'll have to see. To see maybe if there's any rain. Apparently there might not be any rain. It looks very, very clear, so we might not see any rain in this race. As I was saying before we started the stream, we've had rain in every single one of the sessions we've had so far in the Netherlands, apart from the weekend league. Was the only league so far that we haven't had rain in, and we'll have to see whether the Super League will get rain or not.
And I was telling you, you're starting to sound more like an F1 commentator, predicting rain that never comes.
Hopefully, though, I mean, it'll be exciting for us and the viewers if we were to see a bit of rain, see the drivers coming in onto the intermediates. We'll have to find out, see whether it's going to happen, but it will be Attengren starting on pole and need a good start. Need down into turn 1. I believe he's actually starting on the outside. He'll be having the outside line into turn 1, so he'll have to try and get a very good start off the line here. Quite a few people in the chat today. We've got 35 people watching, so hello to everyone in here. And yeah, just getting ready to start the formation lap here in Zandvoort. And
seems like Jojo, the first starter on mediums, had say opting for the hard tires. Everyone else 12 and up decided to start on soft. So are we looking at a soft to hard strategy maybe?
Yeah, I believe a soft to hard strategy is possible. However, it is quite a difficult one on the tyres. I believe the soft tyres, if you can get them going well, they can go to about lap 11 and you can take the hards for the rest of the race. Let's see what the drivers do. Maybe a 2-stop for some of these soft runners. But the guys definitely at the back, apart from Thunder, yes, you can see their predicted pit stop strategy come up. So a softs, according to the game, can go to lap 12. Or if you're doing a 2-stop, it's a soft to medium around this track. So let's see what these drivers go for. Will it be a 2-stop? Will it be a 1-stop? We'll have to find out. The softs can go about lap 12. But will they be able to go any further than that? Or will they be able to take the hards to the end from those softs? Or will it be a 2-stop? Let's find out here. It's Attengren on pole, followed by Don Rajib. I believe this is his first time in a top 3 position, qualifying in the top 3 position in the Super League so far. So we're going to have to see whether he'll be able to get a good start of the line. He's got Piero closely behind him, then his teammate Mares, then Dan Schneider in the Racing Point, Playducci behind him, then Shankster with Joe in 8th, Toussaint in 9th, Natty in 10th, Holland in 11th, MQD in the Haas, his teammate Jojo Power closely behind him on the grid in 12th, Tim V down in 14th, Jetsy replacing Itzjax in 15th, Tekers and Thunder, both the Renaults next up, and then it's Before You Die in the Red Bull at the back here. And all the cars have now lined up, and we are ready to start the race here in Zandvoort.
They're all lined up now, ready.
As the lights, the lights are going to count down here in Zandvoort. And there we go, and the lights are on, and away they go. And Tim, good start from Attengren.
Going forward.
It's contact.
Williams.
It's the Williams. Was it? I can't see who it was. Was it? I think there was a contact came off of an AlphaTauri maybe. It says drivers all over the place going wheel to wheel.
In the grass. Actually, has to push the Haas of MQD and Jojo.
Both of the Haas's at the back going wheel to wheel. They're going to try and sandwich the Mercedes of Toussaint in. As
Joe on the attack on Playducci. Sorry.
My board is a little bit broken at the moment, but it is Attengren still in the lead. Don Rajib in second.
Back to the inside of Joe, fighting for 7th place.
Oh, I believe actually it was the AlphaTauri of Piero who picked up damage into that turn 1 there, Cypher Knight. So Piero got damage. Let's see if anyone else picked up any damage. As Joe going to try and go down the inside of Dan Schneider. Couldn't get the pass done there. Tried the inside after that DRS zone. Obviously the cars don't have DRS yet. I believe Before You Die might have lost it at the back, as a couple of drivers missing out there. Piero is he going to come into the pits here for the damage? Doesn't come in as of yet. Joe all over the back of Dan Schneider. Will he try it down the inside here? He's going to look for the move, and he gets the move done. Toussaint getting the move done on X-Natty at the back there. NQD having a little battle here with Tim V. Not a great start from Toussaint. Is Dan Schneider now getting past Play Dutchie? Play Dutchie got damage? No damage to Play Dutchie. Just damage to his teammate Piero. Now Piero's going to be attacked behind from the Ferrari of Mares. And good start here actually from a few of the drivers.
Indeed, it was on that first lap that Joe had actually gone 4 wide.
Oh, someone's lost it.
Haas. That's MQD.
Yeah, he's got bad damage here, Cypher Knight, so he's going to have to, I think he's going to have to come into the pits for that one. It's Play Dutchie battling now with Dan Schneider, managing to get past the racing point. Up into 6th place he goes.
That might have been a commentator's curse from me there. I'll take responsibility for that one. As I was saying, Joe, he went 4 wide on the start with the AlphaTauris and the Williams. He actually was able to push past, as we now have Mares.
Oh, it's Piero.
Piero pits.
Yeah, Piero into the pits. And I believe it'll be for that wind damage that he picked up into the first corner. Is that Shankster going to try and go round the outside of Dan Schneider, getting the pass done? Holland managing to get past Jojo Power. So up into 8th place goes. Oh, and Holland's gone into the back of the racing point that locked up there.
I think he was also getting pushed by Jojo there.
Holland's actually going to look for the move now.
Yep.
So he gets round the outside, getting the pass done. Up into 7th place goes Holland Campion. So actually here, oh, MQD's out. Oh, he's retired in the pit lane, it looks like.
Oh, the Shankster spun it.
Oh, he has. No, unfortunate for Shankster, he had such a good start.
Careful, the racing point.
Shankster, you need to be careful. That could be. I don't think anyone picked up any damage, but that was a very dangerous move there.
Techers has damage. Techers hit the wall. Hetze might have just narrowly avoided it.
Shankster needs to be careful when coming back on the track, as it's actually been a really good start here, Cypher Knight, from both the McLaren drivers, getting a really good start. Joe up 4 places, Holland up 5.
True, Holland might have a bit of end plate. Oh, Holland, he nearly spun it just in front of Dan Schneider. He's actually going to defend the outside just a bit.
Yeah, Holland might have actually picked up a little bit of damage from earlier with that collision into the back of Dan Schneider. Might be just why he's struggling a little bit here. Managing to keep ahead of Dan Schneider though at the moment. His teammate Joe up in the mix here of the front runners. He's going to be trying to gain now on Mares ahead. And Mares trying to gain on his teammate now, Don Rajib. It's looking good for the Ferraris at the moment, but Attengren storming ahead here. He got a brilliant start. It's 4.5 seconds ahead at the moment.
I think Holland either he has damage or he's struggling to get some tire grip under him, because he's holding up Dan Schneider and the train behind him.
It's actually Jojo Power is at the moment gaining now on Dan Schneider. Will Jojo look for the move? He's going to look for it down the inside. Will he try a double on Holland? He might go for a double on the straight. Will Jojo be able to get the move done? Holland will try and fight back though as best he can. He looks like he got the better exit, and in the end, Holland getting past Jojo, stopping Jojo from getting the double overtake on both him and Dan Schneider, as Joe looks like he got past Mares there. Did Mares make a mistake? I'm not too sure what happened there, but Joe in the end getting past Mares. Up into the podium positions goes Joe. Be looking now to hunt down Don Rajib for 2nd place.
Meanwhile, in the back, Tekker's fighting Shankster, looking to go side by side. He backs out of it.
Oh, that was very wide there from Play Duchy.
Oh, Shankster's touched the grass, keeps it on the racetrack though.
So if we have a look back up into this sort of midfield pack, X-Natty and Toussaint have both joined this train of cars here, Cypher that's behind Holland at the moment. Holland looks like he's maybe just pulling a little bit of a gap to Dan Schneider behind, but he needs to get out of that DRS range. Jojo Power behind him, but Dan Schneider behind Jojo Power. Dan Schneider almost losing it there on the exit of that corner. Joe all up the back of Don Regibas. Oh, Joe got on the curb a little bit. That's lost him a little bit of time. He's having to defend now for Mares in the end, keeping the position. Big lock up there from Don Regib in the Ferrari. As Thunder getting past his teammate AB Tekkers into the first corner now, and they're going to be trying to look to gain on Shankster. As there's a big train at the moment of cars. Mares all over the back of Joe. And in the end, Mares staying behind Joe there into that corner. This is actually allowing Play Duchy now, here Cypher Knight, to look all over the back of Mares and try and get the move done.
Indeed, yeah. Obviously you got that train spinning from second to fifth, and then this train with Holland just at the end of the points. Of course, Toussaint, he had a bit of a look on Dan as Dan goes with a pretty bad lockup. Two times actually. Yeah,
that affected his the middle of his hairpin there, as he went very, very slow through there. That's just allowed Toussaint now to look for the move. Will he be trying to get the move done here into turn one? He's going to look all over the back of Dan Schneider, and he's going to try it down the inside. Will he get the pass done? Dan Schneider's going to fight back those. Toussaint getting the move done. Up into 8th place goes the Mercedes driver, and he's going to be looking to get back further up the grid here. Is a big lock up there from Dan Schneider.
And Jojo, he's still on medium, so he's still fighting in this pack we're all riding the softer compound, so this might work out for him. Not to mention Hetse, who's only in 11th on the hard, not too far back from this train either.
As, Jojo, with those mediums, is now just all over the back of Holland here. Might try it now down into turn 12. Will he be able to get the pass done? He's got the DRS. Will he look for the move? No, he's going to just get as close as he can to the. He's going to get as close as he can to the McLaren. Oh, a touch of oversteer on the rear from Jojo. Manages to hold it though. That could have been very dangerous for him. Keeps it the car though, and he's going to take the battle to Holland now, as he'll have DRS. Holland, no DRS. He isn't close enough into the car in front to get the train. Holland will go defensive. Jojo will go round the outside. Holland will keep it in the middle here. Holland almost losing it. It's a McLaren round. It's Joe. It's Joe round, and he's lost the car, and he's fallen all the way down from 3rd to 10th there, and he's now going into the battle now with Jetsy. It's unfortunate for Joe. He hasn't got no damage for the McLaren driver, but a big spin, and that's going to really affect his race.
I don't know if he had contact, he just spun on his own, but thankfully was able to get out of the way just in the nick of time there. His teammate and Jojo were side by side, but that will allow the Ferraris and Play Duchy a little bit of leeway now. As actually Holland has started to lead this group up towards Mares. I wonder if he's slowing up a little bit.
So maybe, yeah, it seems like this pack of cars do seem to be gaining quite a lot on this front pack. It looks like Don Regib's opened up just over a second over Play Duchy. Mares, though, is just gone out of a second now. He will have that DRS, as Holland actually getting that gap down to around 2 seconds. So he looks to be gaining a little bit on this front pack. Will the two packs become one big, long DRS train? We'll have to find out, as Jojo Power getting very, very close behind Holland here.
Oh, Holland running very wide. Luckily, the corner is pretty banked.
Piero getting the move done there on Thunder. Up into 13th place, as Piero did have to pit for that wing damage before and has gone onto a set of hards. And Duchy's actually got down that gap to Don Regib now.
So since all these guys are past lap 8, I think it's safe to say that they're at least all trying the one-stop strategy, roughly.
Yeah, I think all the drivers on the softs will be going for that one stop. Lap 11 or lap 12 looked to be the time of when you would come into pit on the soft tyres, as Toussaint really close up behind Jojo here. Will he be able to get the pass done down into the straight? Jojo, however, does have that DRS ahead of him from Holland, so let's see whether Toussaint can get the run on Jojo. Jojo might actually get the run on Holland, as Jojo is going to try around the outside. Oh, and he's made contact with the McLaren.
That was a little close to call. I think Jojo might have cut down on Holland a little bit.
As Joe's coming to the pits for a set of hards. It's got 5-second time penalty up at speed in the pit lane, and both McLarens spinning round, and Jojo quite aggressive there into that first corner, Simon.
Well, I think that's your commentator's curse, because you said how good the McLarens were doing. So we're 1 for 1 right now.
Yeah, it is unfortunate for both of the McLarens. Joe did just come into the pits earlier, fresh set of hards. I assume he's going to take those to the end of the race now. He's got 26 laps to do it. Might come into the end maybe for a set of softs if he can. Toussaint still all over the back of Jojo, but play Dutchy if we go up towards the battle for second here. Dutchy is all over the back of Don Rajib. As any of them looked like they might be coming into the pits, but didn't in the end. And there is the pit window is now open for the hard tyres. These guys, I can imagine, might come in now for the hards. Let's have a look. Dan Schneider in early.
He's in for hards, although he has a penalty.
Dan Schneider there.
Dan caught speeding in the pits.
It's unfortunate. I think Joe's still got a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Speaking of Joe, he's just got wing damage. I think he's lost it on the rear and he's retired the car.
No, Joe, I think he hit the pit road wall. I think Joe hit the pit road wall and retired the car.
Yeah, it looked like it. I think he lost it on the exit of the final corner, and he span round and hit the wall on the right hand side. So as his car's now retired, so that is one of the McLarens now out of this race.
Now Holland on the back of Hetzi, still in the hard tires though. I know this is really hampering Holland's lap times now after his spin.
Sorry, it looked like both of these two were going to go for a battle, and Dutchy almost hit Don Rajib into the pit lane. Dutchy and Don Rajib went wheel to wheel into the pit entry there. So it looks like nearly everyone's into the pits who were on the softs. A couple of the drivers staying out for an extra lap. God, Dutchy almost went into the back of Don Rajib into the pit lane there.
Marius is definitely going to be hindered by this. He has to stay out that extra lap because of his teammate. One other person, I believe. I think, oh no, it might just be Marius who might be hindered by this.
Toussaint is at the moment still all over the back of Jojo in the Haas. Holland picks up a 3-second time penalty. He stayed out on the soft tyres. A couple of the drivers have started on the mediums, are still on that tyre. And let's see, Jojo being one of them, up in third place at the moment. See now as Toussaint, he seems to be dropping back a little bit now from Jojo. I think that's just sort of the difference now between the softs and the mediums. And then here comes Toussaint into the pits, slowing down enough there so he doesn't get a penalty straight away for that hard tyre. Let's see where he comes out in terms of the battle now, as both of the AlphaTauris and the Ferrari are going to go past him. Let's see where he will come out, as he looks like he might come out in a wheel-to-wheel battle with Dan Schneider. Actually, yeah, he is. He's going to come out and he's going to go wheel-to-wheel already with Dan Schneider. As in the end, Toussaint just getting past Dan Schneider on the exit there. And Dan Schneider will have a little bit warmer tyres here. Toussaint needs to be careful he doesn't push too hard and let the car go there as Piero, all over the back of Don Rashid. Looked like he was going for the move there, didn't get it done. Piero, 9 laps on these hards. Do you reckon he might come in for a set of softs or mediums at the end of this race here, Siphonette?
I think that's definitely a possibility there. I think going roughly 25 or so laps in the hards might be pushing it. Holland actually was able to get by Jesse there as Adam pits for his hard tires. I believe will come out behind Jojo Power maybe? Or
Holland still hasn't come into the pits yet.
Yeah. Oh, Jojo and Adam come out side by side.
Oh, they do, and it's Adam now. He's going to try and... Oh, Adam spun!
No, Adam is spun! I don't think he made contact with him.
No, there was no contact, but the leader, Atmgren, has just spun round, and he's now going to go wheel to wheel with the racing point of Jetsy. So that's Atmgren now. Remember, it shouldn't affect him too much, because he does have, all the cars ahead of him will still need to make a pit stop. But it will hamper him his time in terms of other cars catching up to him, as he's going to be stuck now behind this bit of traffic here.
Yeah, this is a bit of a worst case scenario if he can't get by the Racing Point and McLaren, because the Ferrari train led by Don Rajib, he's only right there, just behind them by 2 seconds. Of course, there's nothing Adam can really do in these corners where you just have to sit behind the car in front of you.
Yeah, I can imagine these guys. Jetsy will be out quite a lot longer, so he does need to get past that Racing Point. Holland, surely he's in the pit lane this lap. He stays out again?
Oh, this is going to be close. What will Jetsy do? They don't make a move.
Oh,
and
Holland almost lost the rear there.
Adam's going to make a very desperate move to try to get around the Racing Point. He did make contact there with Jetsy. And this is just turning really bad for the leader.
Yeah, Atmgren needs to just try and keep it clean. Make the pass where he can. Shouldn't be trying to push too much. He needs to remember that these guys ahead of him do still have to pit. So he hasn't lost out on his pole position as of yet. But he needs to be careful now, because this pack of drivers behind him has just come within DRS range. This is Don Rajib, Piero and Play Duchy.
Of course, these guys aren't lap cars or anything, so they don't have to get out of the way for Adam at all. In fact, it's more beneficial that they do hold him up.
Yeah, because then it'll allow...
But this
will allow
Jojo to get a gap.
Yeah, this Jojo is getting the gap at the moment. 7.7 seconds ahead of Holland. Surely Holland will be in this lap for a pit stop. I believe he might come in this lap now. He does, yeah. Into the pits comes Holland Campion from the softs to the hards. Oh, there's someone lost at the back. I believe it's a Renault. Can't see who that was.
Fighting Adam here.
Where's Jetsy? Looked like Adam getting the move past, though, the Racing Point. Up into second place goes the Mercedes, and now he's going to be looking to gain that gap down ahead. Remember, Jojo does still have to make a pit stop. I can imagine he might come in the next few laps off of those medium tyres. Maybe to a set of hards.
Yeah, Piero applying massive pressure to Don Rajib. He actually attempted to move into turn 1. Don was able to defend it a little bit. But now what does Play Duchy do? Because he's got the fresher tires over his teammate. Ooh, his runs a little bit wide with the lockup. Yeah,
Piero locking up there a little bit. It's kind of almost a Ferrari sandwich we've got going on here, Siphonite. Don Rajib, look, could just hold up both of the Alpha Tauris, and from what it looks like it's helped Mares, his teammate, because now Mares is gained up to the back of this battle here.
Jojo now in the pits. He did pick up a penalty, so he'll have to serve that on the pit stop. But now Piero on the back of Don Rajib, the closest he's been with overtake and DRS around the outside, nearly on the grass there.
Oh, huge lockup though from Piero. Will Don Rajib now get the move done? He's got the inside line here into turn 4. Oh, there's contact. Not too much though, no damage from the cars, and in the end, Piero getting the move done up into third place.
Mares has spun it behind him.
He needs to be careful, Mares there, coming onto the track. It's going to come...
Mares spun it behind them. Here comes Holland.
Oh, Mares there, almost connecting Holland there, coming onto the track. He got a time penalty because of that.
A lot of near misses today.
Yeah, it has. It's been very close between the drivers coming back onto the track. They just need to be careful, try and re-enter in a safe place as possible, so they don't ruin other people's races. But it's just gone from bad to worse for the Ferrari team, because Piero and Ducci both getting past Don Rajib, and Toussaint it's still all over the back of Jojo. He's been behind Jojo for nearly the entirety of this race. Will Toussaint now try and get the move done? He might try it into turn 1. Isn't close enough.
Way too much ERS though.
He does. Jojo has been conserving his ERS quite a lot, and just defending really well actually from the previous Premier Series champions. Both of them. Big lockup though from both of them. But in the end managing to hold it quite nicely. Mares picked up another 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. It's gone from bad to worse for Mares here. He's going to serve one of his 5-second penalties. I believe that was the one for the collision with Holland. Won't be able to serve the other one though, since he just received it when coming into the pit lane.
Yeah, I saw going down under, and just when the Ferrari team are actually finding their pace a little bit at Shanghai last week, it's really starting to unravel, as the lead pack of Piero is now caught up to Jetse, who hasn't pitted yet.
No, Jetse, one of the only driving yet. I believe Jetse actually started on the hards, so Jetse should coming into the pits. Maybe in the next 3 or 4 laps, try and get those hard tyres into the 20s.
I wonder, is he going to go onto the mediums or softs?
I'm not too sure, because as we've seen, the softs can go about 11-12 laps. So if he was to say take them to 20, if he was to, hang on, let me do some maths here. If he was to take them 6, hold on. Yeah, if you was to take them 7 more laps, which is 25 laps on the hards, he would then only have to do around about 10 or 11 laps on the softs. So if he can take them another 6 or 7 laps, he'll do about 10 or 11 laps on the softs, which I think is what he might be aiming for.
Right. I know we haven't talked too much about him, but Shanksta, obviously he's recovering from his penalty. So he's up into 11th, just kind of having a safe time away from all the carnage around him. Actually on the back of Holland there, so he could actually pick up a point.
He's gaining on Holland at the moment. Holland going for the medium tyres, however. Oh, someone lost it. Oh, it's Ducci. It's Ducci again round.
Yeah, he's might have touched the curb there, actually.
Yeah, I think he did. As I was saying before, the curb's very deadly. As Dan Schneider, he had so much more speed than Play Ducci. Almost locked up and went into the back of him. Ducci now down in 7th. That's allowed Jojo and Toussaint to move up now. Toussaint, still within a second of Jojo. He has not managed to get past the Haas this race. He needs to try and get the move done as soon as possible. If he can get past the Haas here, he might be able to gain down that gap up front and see if he can get the moves done. He'll be looking for a podium here. The Mercedes driver try and get on the podium with his teammate. Oh, there's a Renault that's lost it. It's Thunder. It's Thunder. It's Thunder 50-50. He's lost it. No wing damage, but it's re-entered the track nice and safely. And if we actually, I was just about to say, if we look up front here, Cypher sorry, I think Piero is about to get the move done on Jetse. Up into 2nd place goes the AlphaTauri, but sorry for interrupting you there, carry on.
No worries. So for Play Duchy, a lot of it will depend on if he can get around Toussaint and Jojo, because if Toussaint is having this difficult of a time, obviously Jojo does have the less worn set of tires. Ooh, so we have the Williams of Shanksta. Oh my god. Well, that's another commentator's first right there.
That's another one there for you. It's 2-1 at the moment.
Alright, I'll just stop talking. I won't give anyone any more praise.
Oh, God, he almost lost it again there on the rear. almost lost it again into the wall. Dan Schneider now, he's actually sticking with Play Dutchy at the moment. Gavra in the chat saying Piero might do a two-stop. It's looking like it. It is looking like Piero will do a two-stop. I'm not sure he's going to be able to get those hards to the end of the race after Piero did pick up that damage in the opening laps. Jetsy being the only one at the moment who hasn't actually pitted. He's going to do another lap on those hards. I can imagine here's Sign for Night. I think Jetsy might do another lap or two on those hards, and then we will see him come into the pits here for the soft tyre maybe.
Yeah, most likely strategy might work out for him. He could possibly maybe come out around, maybe close. He might actually come out just outside the top 10.
We have a look here, so the gap to him, yeah, he would, I believe he would come in, just either inside or outside the top 10. I'm not quite sure. I can't do that quick of maths, but I have to see where Jetsy will come out. In third place at the moment. Might probably go around 2 more laps on those hards if he wants to get a good amount out of the softs, as Mares now going to try it round the outside of Thunder. Try and get the pass done, and he does. Up into 14th place goes Mares. He's on a bit of a comeback trail here. It's for some reason, I don't know why, AB Techers' ID has just now disappeared. Did he leave and join back?
Yeah, he might have
that's why.
disconnected. Still,
yep.
He's still in 12th, so he could salvage something if he gets back in.
It's a pretty big gap, though, ahead of him. 22 seconds to Shankster between...
He's still out, though. He's actually still trying to take the fight to Piero just a bit.
He is, yeah. He's staying within the DRS range. As I said, I don't think he'll come in this lap. I think it'll either be next lap or the lap after it, looking like it. Is he wants to try and at least have the gap to the end of the race about 10 or 11 laps. So we'll have to see when Jetsy will come into the pits. Looking like he will come onto a set of softs. He's going to be a lot quicker compared to these other drivers here at the end of the race.
I mean, probably hasn't had too much pace on the hards, so I think the strategy might not play out for him if he's looking for points. We'll have to wait and see, though. He won't have too many laps, and as we've seen today, it's been very difficult to pass people, especially around Sector 2.
It has been quite difficult. I think it's quite a difficult track to overtake on, really. I mean, the only real main overtaking places we've seen so far this race has been turn 1. I believe a lot of drivers do like to try it. Sometimes, very rarely, in the inside of turn 4. And then there's been quite a few times where drivers, if they get good enough speed and good enough run, they can get it on down into turn 12, which we might actually see here if we take ourselves down to Mares, because he just went down the inside of turn 12 and got the move done there.
And he has Tim right ahead of him. That'll be for 12th he can get that, but besides Tim, there is a huge gap to Shankston, 11th place. Yeah,
very big gap between those drivers, and Shankster kind of in his own race at the moment. He's got 7 seconds ahead of him.
Oh, Holland.
25 behind him.
Holland hit one of the brake marker boards, and X90G ran wide there. Is Holland actually trying to go around
Holland going to go around the outside?
Yeah.
Now he looked to be struggling there a little bit.
I'm not sure how he was able to pull that off, but...
Hamgren's just gone fastest on those hard tyres that he's on.
The low fuel kicking in as there's a Renault of Thunder. He spun around.
It's now Jetsy into the pits. So I did say it would be around 10 or 11 laps before the end of the race when he would come into the pits and go for the set of soft tyres. Where will he come out? Comes out behind Natty, but I think he's going to come out side for night ahead of Shankster, and he does. And Jetsy come back out into the points here.
Yeah, I think that was mostly in part due to Shankster's spin. If he didn't, he would definitely been a little bit further ahead there. Meanwhile, Play Dutchy, he's the closest he's been to Toussaint. Could you see a bit of a audacious move here?
Yeah, he might try the move here, Play Dutchy. He's all over the back of the Merc at the moment. Toussaint looks like he's just dropped off a little bit from Jojo Power as Mares actually getting past Tim here. As Toussaint, yeah, it looks like he's just on those older hards. Okay, he's just lost out a little bit to Jojo ahead of him. And when will we see Piero come into the pits? Will he come in soon, maybe? Is he going to try and get the... I can't see him getting those hards to the end here, Cypher. Surely he's going to come into the pits at some point.
I mean, I don't either, but we've seen drivers surprise us as Play Dutchy now with DRS, able to overtake Toussaint there, so Play Dutchy obviously not waiting around. It's Jetsy also getting around X90 G for 9th place on the soft tires. His next target is Holland.
Jetsy and they almost came out ahead next to a back marker there, but Dutchy getting the move done on that main straight even before the braking zone, so really easy move for him. Up into 5th place, he's going to now be gaining down Jojo. Toussaint, I'll just use Play Dutchy's slipstream and his DRS as he can to get as close to this battle. Try and maybe get the move on both of them. As he said, Jetsy now all over the back of Holland on those fresh softs. Holland, I think he's going to try and get those mediums to the end of the race. It's looking like it. It's Mares getting back past Tim. They're actually going wheel to wheel here, Cypher Knight. Tim and Mares. As Mares, will he try it in the inside? Pushes Tim V a little bit wide, but in the end, getting past him up into 12th place.
Took a little bit, no.
They're going to go wheel to wheel again. Is Mares going to have the inside line and manages to get the position back?
Tim ran wide there. And meanwhile, Jetsy on Holland, this will be for 8th place.
Jetsy
there.
Yeah, nice and easily getting the move done before the braking zone. Up into 8th place. He's now going to be gaining down his teammate, down to Schneider. He's got a 3.6 second gap to do it. I'm sure he'll be able to. He's on a lot fresher tyres and he's on those softs. Oh, there's someone going quite slow. Who is it? Is it Tim V? So he's actually going to go wheel to wheel with Techers. This could...
He's looking for a move.
Oh, he is. Yeah, he might try it down the inside now. Play Dutchy. Will he get the pass done? Toussaint might try and take advantage of this. As Toussaint's going to go around the outside. Dutchy's picked up damage off of Jojo.
Yeah, he pushed him there. Jojo was actually struggling off of that really fast turn. And Play Dutchy was trying to capitalize. I don't know why he tried to make such an audacious move, but it just didn't work out. I don't know if does he have damage?
I believe Play Dutchy does have damage on his front plate. He's got no end plate, so he's got quite big damage there. And yeah, Dutchy into the pits now. He's not going to be happy with that at all, as he has to pit now. And I can imagine his teammate might come in quite soon. But I was just about...
A bit of a impatience, sorry.
Yeah, I was just about to say we might have a return of a battle here, Cypher Knight. As AB Tech was just about to say before, AB Techers and Tim V were both battling once again. We could have seen the return of last week from China, but I think Tim V got that damage from earlier, from when he crashed. But Dutchy is going to come out now and he's going to be battling to try and get back up into the points positions here as he comes out behind Shankster and out of the points.
X90G almost losing it just behind Holland. He's actually trying to... and Renault has lost it. That's Thunder.
There it is. It's Thunder round. He's got bad damage there.
That's Play Dutchy coming through right now.
Yeah, Thunder getting out of the way quite nicely for him though. Thunder actually leaving the session, interestingly. But Piero still in 2nd place. Is he going to take those tyres to the end of the race? Surely not. But he's got to be careful though. We've seen a puncture already, haven't we, Cypher Knight, in this series? He's got to be careful.
He's definitely running the risk around puncture territory.
Toussaint is having a bit of battle with Dan Schneider now. Toussaint just doesn't seem to be a little bit on the pace at the moment, as he's actually being caught up now by the racing point. And this will allow Jetsy, who's on those fresh soft tyres, to gain now on the back of these two, try and get the move done on his teammate, maybe even the Mercedes, as Toussaint's actually dropped back as well from Jojo.
I think it's important to note that Don has actually quite a lot of penalties, so Jojo could actually be in the podium position for the Haas. Toussaint might actually be right around that podium position too.
Oh, it's got a puncture! There's a puncture!
Piero, yeah.
Piero's got a puncture! And I said that he needed to be careful because he can't. Once again, those cards could not go as far as he wanted them to, and he's got a puncture. And that's both the AlphaTauris now who have had problems. A puncture for Piero. Into the pits he comes. This will allow Toussaint now, and Jojo Power and Dan Schneider. Jetsi as well getting past him. Piero's going to fall all the way back down. Puncture, what drama we've got at the end of this race here. Piero's going to come out in the points, but ahead of his teammate. Dutchy's put him fastest lap. He won't get the point yet because he's not within inside the top 10. He's got to catch up to his teammate now, who was in 3rd place. I don't know if we could maybe have an update on the penalties side for night for up front. See if anybody's got any penalties, because I think a few people might have picked up a couple.
Don definitely has a penalty, so Toussaint would actually be in the podium position right now. Dan Schneider.
Has Jojo got any penalties?
He might have one. I'll have to check. It is very, very close between the top 6.
Oh, Jojo has a penalty. Toussaint has got no penalties. So if Toussaint can keep within 3 seconds of Jojo Power ahead of him, Tim into the pits. Looks like he's going for fastest lap side for night. He's gone onto a fresh set of softs here. He had the gap behind him and he's gone onto a fresh set of softs, and I think now he's just going to go for fastest lap.
Meanwhile, with X90G on Holland, will he make the move here? Not quite. Oh, he's very close.
Let's have a look now.
Actually, these two have the AlphaTauri. Ooh, is that the Renault Thunder?
Yeah, it is. There's a Renault getting in the way of this battle. A back marker and a bit in the way here as X90's going to go past him. So Piero gets out of the way quite nicely there. The Renault does. It's Piero getting around Shankster up into 9th place. And now Piero's going to be gaining down X90, he's also gaining now down Holland. And Holland, I think he's going to try and get those tyres to the end of the race. And
too much to call. There's so much happening. It was Piero up the inside of X90.
Oh, Piero got on the curve. Oh, he's hit
X90.
Oh, he's hitting to Shankster. And now Shankster's got damage, and this is his teammates gone past him. Dutchy's back up into the points. Absolute drama at the end of this race.
I think that was all Piero there. Just getting on the curve. Oh, he spun it again. He has spun it again.
He has done. Oh, it's Jetsi. Jetsi getting past his teammate. And now Jetsi's up into 5th. Let's just quickly look at the penalties between these guys. Jetsi
now has a penalty as he's pitting.
Jetsi hasn't got a penalty, but he's had 5 warnings. Looks like, yeah, Dan Schneider's got a 5-second time penalty plus a 3-second time penalty. So if Toussaint can fend off Jetsi here, keep Jetsi behind him as much as he can towards the final part of this race, this may allow Toussaint to get his first podium position here, and it will be a Mercedes 1-3 in this race. Big points for the Merc team.
Again, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, Atten came into the pits as he's actually come in for the fresh softs, and I believe it looks like he's going for fastest lap. Has it come to the line? Will he do the fastest lap of the race? And he does. Yep, there it is. Fastest lap for Attengren. And that'll be an extra point for his team if he can hold that. And,
Jetsi, I don't think he's going to take any prisoners. He has all the power in the world to try to take Toussaint right here. Toussaint going defensive.
Toussaint wants that podium position. As in the end, Jetsi getting past. I don't think Toussaint will back down though, as he's going to try and get as close as he can to the racing point. It's Jetsi getting past Toussaint. I don't think Jetsi did have any penalties. Let's have a look. Yeah, somehow Jetsi's got like 4 warnings, but he hasn't got a penalty. So maybe he's on his last straw here. So Jetsi needs to keep it within the track limits if he wants to keep this here.
There's a Red Bull spun. Ooh, Toussaint and Jetsi really close.
Yeah, he almost, I believe it was Before You Die, almost careering into the cars. As he's come back on the track and he almost gets in the way of Piero, I believe that one. No, so it's Play Dutchy. So we've got drivers spinning out all over the place here. Maybe Toussaint.
Jetsy actually could Jetsy catch JoJo?
Yeah, maybe. I think Toussaint might try and just see if he can keep with Jetsy. Use his DRS and his slipstream if he can. Maybe try and force Jetsy into a mistake. Jetsy might actually catch JoJo Power here. But Jetsy needs to be careful. I believe he is on a final warning before he gets given a penalty. Let's have a look here and see.
I think it's a bit too much of a task for Toussaint. He just does. It's a 2-tire compound disadvantage he's at.
Yeah, Toussaint, he seems to be dropping back quite a lot now with those 20-lap-old hards. Jetsy on those 8-lap-old softs, and he's gaining now. Gaining a lap on JoJo Power. And Jetsy could find himself up in the podium positions here. I believe at the moment he is actually in the podium because JoJo's got a 3-second time penalty.
And we're just about to enter the penultimate lap here.
There's actually at the moment a vote for driver of the day in the chat. There's the position changes here, so get your driver of the day votes in. JoJo Power and Jetsy, really good race from them two. Jetsy up 11 positions, JoJo up 10. At the moment, Jetsy is winning the vote at the moment, but I'll keep those up for now.
Oh, it's raining.
Oh, it is.
It's actually raining.
Not enough, though, to provide... I don't think it's definitely not going to be enough to switch to inters now, as we are on the penultimate lap of this race. As Attengren, he's had a pretty average race. He did have that spin earlier, but managed to keep it. Had a big enough gap up front to recover nicely and keep the pole position. Don Rajib as well. He's had a pretty good race as well.
Don has actually really picked up the pace. He might be able to keep maybe third, which would then knock Jetsy out of the podium spot. So we'll have to keep a watch on that interval. Don has actually started to pick up the pace a bit.
Do you mean JoJo Power?
No, I meant Don.
JoJo Power's in third, though.
I know, I meant like Don actually has been able to pull out the gap a bit over JoJo.
Ah, right, okay.
Because I think Jetsy will overtake JoJo on
Don Rajib.
Time penalties.
Don Rajib does have 6 seconds of penalties. So
he's right there.
Yeah, if
Jetsy's gonna try something on JoJo here.
If Don Rajib, JoJo's actually down to that 6 seconds. He's actually within a second now of Don Rajib. So actually now Jetsy.
Play Dutchie.
Oh yeah, Dutchie getting the move done on Holland. This might actually allow JoJo will have a 3-second time penalty, so he won't be able to get second place. But this could allow Jetsy maybe even into second. We'll have to see, because the gap is just under 6 seconds, but it's more than 6 seconds to Jetsy. See if there's any more time penalties given out towards the end of this race. It's 1 lap to go now. And
this is the final lap.
Yeah, it has...
It's coming around the last corner right now.
Yeah, it has just started raining, but not enough to bring out intermediates. But this man has been on fire once again, and he is going to come across the line and take the win here in the Netherlands for round 3 in the Super League. Let's have a look here and see who's going to get second. Looking like it at the moment, it might be Don Rajib. Let's have a look as he comes to the line. He's going to take second at the moment. Let's see what JoJo can do. Where will JoJo come? JoJo gets third. Oh,
Jetsy is third. Toussaint is fourth.
Toussaint gets third. So Jetsy gets third place, and it's a podium here, but he will get limited points because he was replacing someone.
Yeah, Holland beats X-Natty G on the time penalties, and Piero's the last car in the points.
It is, and Piero managing to salvage a point after he had that spin earlier, and sorry, not the spin, the puncture, and he had a spin as well, I believe. So it's just gone from bad to worse for Piero, but from bad to worse really for the AlphaTauri team. Shankster getting 11th. Mahrez will come across the line and take 12th place after we had that spin and that collision beforehand. And Tim will take 13th. Before You Die will take 14th. 15th was AB Techers, I believe, and then in
14th was Techers.
14th was Techers. 15th was Thunder, yeah. But good race there. Jetsy in-game driver of the day. Looking like at the moment he's drawing on votes with Atom here for driver of the day. So if you haven't already, get your driver of the day votes in. Oh no, actually both Jetsy and Atom got driver of the day. Should we give a deciding vote here, Cypher? Personally, I think it might be Jetsy, you know, for me.
Yeah, I was sort of thinking that too, but then I also just start thinking that Don Rajiv, he was actually still able to keep the gap and hold on to second. A bit of an under the radar drive, even though he started in second. But yeah, this will be his first podium as well.
Yeah, so 2 new podium sitters on here. Remember, Jetsy did fill in for Itzchak, so Itzchak won't get the full amount of points of third, but he will get some points though. As Attengren, Paul, Don Rajiv in second, Jetsy in third. That was the top 3. Toussaint just fell outside of that his first podium position in the Super League. And yeah, we had 2 retirements of Joe and MQD as well. And yeah, it was a pretty good race. Quite a lot of drama in that one, Cypher.
Probably a lot of unnecessary drama, but drama nonetheless. I mean, everything you could think of in that race.
Yeah, we had rain, punctures, spins, contacts, everything. Everything that what you could get in an F1 race. But yeah, it was a good one from the Super League this week. Round 3 here in the Netherlands. And yeah, I think that'll be everything from us here. So if you haven't already, go subscribe over to the Gavra Racing YouTube channel. I've just got over. Well, not just, we got it at last weekend, over that 1,000 sub mark, so it's great to see everyone going over and subscribing, and yeah, a big achievement for us, and you know, we're aiming for the 2,000 now, and aiming higher here in this league, and yes, if you haven't already as well, if you have a Twitch Prime, go subscribe to the Twitch Prime. Thank you, Cypher, for joining me once again.
Of course.
And yeah, thank you to Gav and his admin team for doing all the work that they do, organising all the leagues, and yeah, we will see everyone next week, which I can't remember what track we're on. For some reason I have a funny feeling it's Singapore, but I don't know if that's right. Oh, I've got it here now. Oh no, sorry, we are in Spain. I don't know why I said Singapore, it's like 10th in the calendar. So we're in Spain next week, and then I cannot wait for this one, Sniper Night. The week after, we are in Monaco for the Super League, and I think that one's going to be a good one. And yeah, also thanks for reminding me for that one, Gavra. The GE Sport League, the pre-season race, is tomorrow at 1900 Central European Time. So that's 1800 British Standard Time. So yeah, if you want to join us for then. Tomorrow, the GE Sport League is earlier than our normal F1 races, so make sure you join us then for the pre-season. We are in Kyoto Driving Park, Yamajiwa, the backwards tracks, so make sure you join us then, and you exactly should be in the commentary box for that one. But yeah, we will see everyone next week.
Yeah, see you then.